Hello, I'm Sarah of Macra-Made with Love. I make eco-friendly decor and accessories using recycled materials, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make your own golf stroke counter. I've written on the screen what you'll need. You need a length of 70 centimeters long of 1.5 millimeter thickness yarn. I'm using braided recycled cotton. You also need 10 small wooden beads and a carabiner clip. So we start by hooking your carabiner clip up and folding your 70 centimeter yarn in half, passing it through your carabiner clip, and then passing the loose ends back through your loop to create a lark's head knot. Now this is a useful tip to make it easier to pass your yarn through your beads if they've got a small hole. I put just a little bit of clear sellotape on the end of each loose piece of yarn here. Just wrap it round. You want to make it quite tight, and if you make it come off the end of the yarn into a bit of a point, it makes it easier to post your yarn through the bead. You can use a needle if you want to, but I find this sellotape trick works really well. So once you've got the sellotape on, we're just going to now pass your yarn through the beads. So take one sellotaped end and one bead, pass the yarn through the hole from one direction. Now keep hold of that bead and take your other sellotaped yarn and pass it through the bead from the other side. So just thread your yarn through and then hold on to your two sellotaped ends and pull them away from each other to pull your bead up to the top. And you're going to continue doing the exact same thing with all 10 of your beads. So pass one sellotaped end through one side of your bead, keep hold of it, take your other sellotaped end and poke it through the bead from the other side. And then take your two sellotaped ends, pull them away from each other until your bead makes its way to the top. So keep going with all 10 of your beads. It doesn't matter which direction you start with. It doesn't matter whether you go from the left first or the right first. It doesn't matter whether you alternate that for each bead. You just need to ensure that one side of the yarn goes through one side of the bead and the opposite side goes through the opposite side of the bead, and then you pull the threads away from each other to make the bead go up to the top. Okay, so once you have put all 10 of your beads on, we're just going to secure it at the bottom. So just leave a bit of a gap and tie a simple overhand knot to tie your two loose ends together. And then I like to just slide the beads along and make sure that they're moving freely and that I'm happy with how it's all working. If you want to, for more security, or if you feel like you've got too much of a gap there, you can just tie a second knot to make it into a double knot at the bottom. And when you're happy with that, just trim off the end, and that is your golf stroke counter completed. This is a really nice, simple, easy to make item, and they're really useful, great for golfers to keep track of their score on the course. It's also really handy for counting stitches or anything else that you need to keep track of. Obviously you can add more or less beads depending on what it is that you want to count if you need to. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you found it useful. Please do like and subscribe as it really helps my channel to grow. And if you have any questions or comments on this tutorial or any other one of my videos or anything you'd like to see in the future, leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you. See you in the next one.